I would like to welcome to the stage with me Executive Regional Vice President Sheela Malik to speak about her experience of why Arbonne is for everyone.
Thank you.
Well, clearly we are two very different individuals. We may look different, but let me draw that again. We may look different, but in our hearts, we're both Arbonne. Sheela, I can't wait to hear the rest of your story.
Thank you so much, Alex. You are absolutely right. We are the perfect example of how Arbonne is for everyone. Thank you for sharing your heart with us today. ERVP, Alex Trimble, everyone. Have you ever had a dream so big that it scares you to the point of not even trying to go for it? I'm here to share with you today that if you can dream it and are willing to work for it, then yes, you can achieve it, no matter what obstacles are put before you. My name is Sheela Malik. I'm an independent consultant and an executive regional vice president with Arbonne. Standing here today on this platform has been a massive dream. And I know many before me have probably said the same, but I do hope after you hear my story of why being on this platform was so important to me, it'll inspire you to dream a little bigger. I sat where you are all sitting almost 8 years ago at my first ever conference. I was a new consultant, about 8 months in, and a newly promoted district manager. I was so nervous. I could feel the butterflies fluttering in my stomach. I even felt kind of sick. I had left my 1-year-old for the first time ever since she had been born. So I know. And so it was a huge deal for me to have flown from Toronto, Canada to be in Vegas that year for this conference. I walked into this arena and was immediately overwhelmed by the number of people that were here. The energy, the laughter, the smiles. I could not believe that this many people wanted to do Arbonne. This many people, all here for the same purpose, same goals, same dreams, to change their own lives and help impact others in a massive way as well. As I sat listening to and watching these amazing leaders, I was so inspired that a dream crept into my heart that day. I left the arena with my heart full and my eyes beaming with dreams that were beyond me. An individual that was walking next to me must have noticed the look on my face. She turned to me and asked what I was thinking. I could not help but to blurt out my excitement. I told her that this was the absolute right company for me and that someday I was going to be standing on that stage and inspiring the thousands that were listening. She looked right at me and said, "Sheela, that's a wonderful dream to have, but it would never happen." I thought I had heard her wrong. I said, "Pardon? What do you mean?" I hadn't heard her wrong. She went on to say something that hit me so deeply that it took me years to detach myself from her words and realize that she was wrong. She continued to clarify her stance and said, "Look around you. How many people do you see here that look like you? This is the United States. Why would a company like Arbonne put someone like you on the stage?" I'm sorry, Sheela, but it would never happen. She said this with a lot of sincerity. I felt like she felt sorry for me. Sorry for the choice I made of wearing a hijab on my head. Perhaps even sorry for the color of my skin. In that moment, my degree, my accomplishments, my accolades, my will to succeed, none of it mattered anymore. I was merely a poor Muslim woman who must surely be oppressed, standing in the middle of 15,000 people, out of which maybe 4 of them looked like me that year that were in attendance, and they weren't even on my team. Those 4. Awesome ladies. Here's the thing about words, guys. You can use them to build people up by praising them, encouraging them, showing them that they are worthy and capable. Or you can use them to knock people down, make them feel worthless and just not good enough. That was May 2014. A very defeated consultant came back from conference that year. I went into area qual that month. I didn't even hit my 2,500 the next month or the month after that. I continued showing up at conferences. I dabbled in Arbonne, telling myself I was doing what I could. But the truth was, I wasn't. I'd flip through the company catalog, hop onto the website, show up at these conferences and look at the banners. Nobody looked like me. Maybe she was right. Maybe there was no place here for me. Now, it's important to acknowledge that there are going to be sad or negative experiences in every aspect of life. For me, it was this terrible comment. For someone else, it might be an entirely different issue that leaves you feeling less than. One negative moment or experience does not define you. What matters is what we are focusing on and how we persevere. There are 1,440 minutes in a day. Do not ruin the rest over just one. Now, not soon after, I aligned myself with my now MVP, Rima Rafe, to learn from her. We all love Rima. She not only taught me her Arbonne ways, but she poured so much love and encouragement into me. I am forever grateful to Rima and her heart of gold. She made me believe again. She made me see that it didn't matter what anyone had said, that if I wanted this, I just had to work for it. These obstacles that had been planted in my head did not exist. So I chose to listen. I put all that negative talk behind me, I put my head down, and I got to work. I didn't look left or right at what others were doing or not doing. I focused on my own lane. So what if no one who looked like me had ever been in the catalog or on a banner or on a major platform to train? Just like I looked for that role model for years, why couldn't I be the beacon of hope for others? So that no one who looks different ever has to fall into the misconception that this company is not the right place for them. Because Arbonne is truly for everyone. As long as you have skin, you can succeed in Arbonne. You just have to be willing to work hard for it. Make the sacrifices, attend the trainings, become the expert. Yes, it's going to be crazy at times, but when has a worthwhile journey in life ever been easy? It's not supposed to be. Accomplishments never are. They're not just handed to you. You have to work your butt off for them. And so that's what I did. I made the decision that I was going to be the first. I was going to carry that flag of hope and show my entire community that they could do this too, that there was room for everyone. In November 2018, with a 6-month-old on my hip, I promoted to regional vice president. fun story about this picture, which I absolutely love. It was when I earned my Mercedes-Benz through the VP Success Award. For those who don't speak Arbonne yet, that award is only offered to vice presidents, and it's based off their sales activity. So being a new vice president, it was one of the first things I did, which is to go and pick out my Benz. Now, I had to literally beg the dealership for that bow. Apparently, it doesn't come with the car, like, who knew? And so once my photo shoot was done, I had to go back to the dealership and give them back their bow. The only difference was, this time, I showed up in my Benz. Now, soon after, I got to walk this stage 6 months later as the first hijab-wearing vice president in the history of Arbonne. The messages, the hugs, the conversations that followed, all saying the exact same thing. Thank you. Thank you for showing us that this is possible. Thank you for showing us that this is for us, that there is room for us here too. The Muslim community went on to promote many vice presidents soon after my promotion. I can attest that it doesn't matter what the color of your skin is, what religion you choose to follow, how you choose to dress, what your heritage or background is, even what language you speak. Arbonne is for everyone. And Arbonne continued to show us that when they opted for halal certification on our nutritional products. When they featured a hijabi Muslim in the catalog. When they put a hijab-wearing South Asian Muslim woman on this platform to share a little bit of my journey with you all today. I am thankful and I am grateful that it was this company that I aligned with almost 9 years ago. This company, this business, these products are for everyone. Different is welcome here. And so, my friends, dream so big that it makes your heart hurt, and work so hard that you are exhausted by the end of the day and yet willing to get up and do it all over again the next day. The inclusivity, the love, the recognitions, there is no other company like Arbonne. You are here today for a reason. You started on this journey to change something. Your why is absolutely worth it, and your dreams are important. Never forget that, because in a company like Arbonne, everything is possible for everyone. Thank you.
When our next presenter